Hello guys, it's your boy Sharon back again with another video. So today I'll be doing another reaction video today. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel, show some love. So today reaction will be about Uganda billionaire, bro. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel, show some love, man. This video is very interesting. And I know that people living like this in Africa, but you know, Africa is an insane place. So let's watch the guy video. Let's watching her store, bro. It's insane, bro. So let's get it popping.
When you apply reason like I do, you come to realize that everything comes at a cost. Why do you expect to be richer than the majority of the people in your society, and you expect them to...
Bro, this location is looking very beautiful, bro. I know this location is like for millionaire people, bro, or billionaire people, bro. It's very, look at the lake, bro. The lake is very flat. It's very nice, bro. Very nice. Water, my god. Yeah, man. So I'll continue to watch
and love you so much. No, it is a natural thing. Hate is part of the human cycle. So instead of, you know, making me feel bad, I've learned how to live with it and how best can I use it towards improvement of towards my progress and improvement of the society where I live. So instead of, people will always hate you. If you are better than them, regardless of where you are, people will always hate you. It is so the better you adjust your reasoning capacity and you accept it, the better you move forward, the faster you move forward.
That's my truth.
I want to know why agro processing.
We export a lot of raw materials and import a lot of finished goods at 10 or 20 times the price for what we imported it at. So I was thinking, if I can set up integrated agro processing plants, I can add value and look for the demand for agro produce, not just domestically through import substitution, but also regionally and internationally. That way, I would have improved the lives of majority of Ugandans. Because you see, I'm not going for farming. No, the Ugandans will be the outgrowers. Then I'm staged at value addition. If I can market, if I can aim for the market, specifically moving within the directions of demand and supply, I look for the market, I process and export and bring money back home. That way I will improve a lot of lives for a lot of households in Uganda.
That's the truth, bro. That's the truth, bro. I think Africa, everybody overlook farming. And one of the reasons to people overlook farming, because in school, like if you're in school, that if you have punishment, the people use this punishment to go in farm. So everybody don't take farming serious. But farming is very rich people work to do. So I think it's one of the problems to everybody have in Africa. Nobody respect farming. If you farming, the people think that you are poor, living very poverty life. But I think farming is one of the rich things that you can ever do in life. You know, because of food. And I don't care how rich you are, you need to eat. Again, where that food going to come from? In farming, bro. So if you don't farm, you don't receive it. So I think this is one of the biggest problems to Africa have. We want to import everything. We don't respect African fruit or anything from Europe or from America or from China. That's why that's why it's more value than things that are created in Africa. So this is one of the problems. But I think most young people now in Africa, the people noticing that, oh, some of this thing is very value in Africa than other countries. So I hope this guy video I watch it a lot of time. It's very interesting. You learn a lot, you know. If you get a chance to watch a video word on my heart, I think it gotta make a lot of sense. So people need to get ideas, like, you know, especially the young people in Africa need to watch most of the guy video, because it gives you more inspiration. So to live better life and also work very hard at, you know. So I'll continue to watch.
So that is why I moved into agro processing and value addition. Okay, it also at my net worth Yeah, in the
Cause
long
sorry,
run.
my nose is not
But
good.
this
My
time
nose
the
is blocked
difference
right now,
will
but
be, it is not
I just want to
limited to
record
me
this
as an
video
individual,
because
but it's
I watched the
cutting
video last
across
time on. I see piece
majority
of
of
it on
Ugandans. And I don't expect to do this
TikTok, so
just
I
in one
decided to
central
watch it
region.
today. So
Uganda,
okay.
I mapped Uganda into 10 zones. And I plan to put integrated agro-processing plants in 10 zones of Uganda. If God grants me the life and the time and the reasoning capacity to pull it off.
All these structures you see right here,
Okay.
the warehouses, they are gonna house all the activities of farm agro-processing industries, including cold rooms, packaging, storage, and everything involved. Like here where we are, this is the pilot project Mr. Hamis Chugund has set up for others to emulate and develop our country through agro-processing and
Wow.
value addition on the
Okay.
basis of Uganda being an agro-based country. So we are going to stop exporting raw materials and importing processed goods, but rather process everything from here, add value, make quality controls, and only export the
Bro,
excess.
The Roma only export the essence. That's a good one.
Because we have the market for everything right here at home.
Okay. What kind of products will you be processing in here then?
All right, here we are going to be processing the vegetables, like the fruits. We manufacture juice, the meat, chicken, the cereals. We are going to put up silos the other place where we shall be storing over 500,000 metric tons. We export it like the way you have been seeing. We have had challenges with Kenya that our cereals are low quality. Right now we are going to put everything in perfect place. We are going to import expatriates here with the existing ones who have experience and make everything to world standard.
that's great. That's great. That's very, very
it
great
comes
to
to-
hear.
The real estate. How many buildings have you built so far in Uganda? Do you have numbers?
No, I have quite a lot of commercial properties in Uganda, in various areas, from commercial structures to now real estate housing structures for residential. I have quite a number of projects, quite a number.
Apart from Uganda, what other countries are you investing in?
I have quite a number of properties. I have a logistics company in the United States trading as Express Logistics in Dallas. I also own property in the UK. I'm quite spread out, but I'm mainly focused and invested in Africa.
I read on the internet that you are a self-made billionaire.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
I also read on the internet that
Bro, people, if you're smart in Africa, you'll make money. But it's difficult though, bro. Because you get a lot of challenge, bro. Because they have a lot of stupid laws that don't make no sense, bro. That don't make no sense to you to grow up. Because sometimes, I don't care how you don't want brave in Africa, sometimes, but you need to brave. Because of the system, bro. Because of the system. Because the way the system is big. It just, let's say how sometimes you see some rich people, but after a few years they broke because of the system. Because you need to pay this one, you need to pay this one, you need to pay this one. Then time come, you keep paying, then time come you will start, no, I don't want to pay all this money. So what I can do, I may start bribing people. There's many people start bribing people in Africa because of the stupid lawness that they pay for no reason. No reason. They base on law, they make some law that, I say based on law, sorry. They make some law that don't make no sense. No sense. So, if a law don't make sense, what people will do, people will start bribing people. Because, I don't care, if you pay for this one, then another person will come and say, pay for this one. So, it will make you to think that, oh, why should I pay for this one? It better let me bribe this person. Then, the other person can let me bribe this person. Then you will spend more money bribing people than you so to pay to the law. These are the reason. These are some of the reason. But I hope sometimes people figure it up and just live better life, man.
being supported by the government, or whatever you're doing, that's what I read on the internet, that whatever you're doing is backed by the government. Is that true?
Wow. This guy is all over, bro.
I am an independent individual and a private member of a society. I don't hold any public funds, for clarity. And when you say government, if you mean that the government has put in place the right prevailing circumstances or platform under which a reasonable man like me has been able to exploit the prevailing circumstances like security and freedoms to make it to where I am today, it is 100% true.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Government has provided the right prevailing circumstances for me and the people that can apply reason in Uganda to make it big.
Africa, bro, we need to grow up. Especially leaders, bro. Yeah, we need to grow
That's
up.
a fact. Otherwise, if there was insecurity here, maybe I would be dead. But it is government that keeps us secure. And it is government that protects us with our properties. And it is government that gives us the right to prosper without necessarily trying to pull you down.
Yeah.
I have zero government. I don't have any coin from government. I've never taken any money from government.
What inspires you to do what you do?
Mere fact that you are living, you are not dead. Struggle is a constant factor for as long as you are alive. When you are dead, everything is done. But for as long as you are living and breathing, you have to keep moving. What else is there to do?
If there is life, there's everything, right?
Yeah, if there is life, because you see, in the initial stages of prosperity, a man looks for a nice house, a nice car, better ways of survival. What happens if you are no longer limited to survival? You can drive the car you want, you can live in the biggest house possibly you can afford.
Bro, this horse is looking beautiful, bro.
Then what?
Very, very beautiful.
You still eat one plate of food, you still drive one car at a time, you can still
Bro,
stay
this
one
thing
house
is in the
regardless
house.
of what you possess. So what then? How many Africans have what I have? There are very few.
Yeah.
So the best I can give anyone watching this show right now, the best anyone hearing us now, listening to us now, is
Bro, this horse is looking beautiful, bro. This horse is looking beautiful. Bro, this guy have money, bro. This guy have money. For real, for real. Bro, this horse is look like it's not in Africa, bro. But it's in Africa. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
how can I kickstart your reasoning capacity regardless of where you are? You see, it is never too late to reason. I'll give you an example of our education system. Majority of Africans have gone through education systems and now they hold PhDs, they are professors. But have you ever asked yourself why are the most educated people of our society the least, I would say, rich or
Wealthy.
wealthy in our society?
Yeah.
Just because you see, by nature and character, in Africa, we've been told that you should draw the difference within reasonable perimeters. You should draw the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Professors have acquired a lot of knowledge with ability to articulately pass it on to others, but with total inability to practically apply it towards their own progress and prosperity of their society. Reasoning is key. It is deep, critical analysis of the prevailing circumstances without necessarily fronting personal emotions and desires. Because you see,
Bro, the guy speaking much truer than, bro. Speaking very fat, bro. Speaking very, very fat. I hope most people can learn, bro. This is why I love to watch video, bro. If you watch money video from Africa, then you get ideas of how the society work, bro. But you know, sorry guys, my nose is not too good this video. I don't know why. But the thing when you're talking the truth, very, very truth. No. I'll continue.
the reason we do what is right. With desires and emotions, we do what we desire. Africans are taken up by short-term desires and emotions, not progressive reasoning.
I think people need to have a copy of this book because we've been talking about reasoning. So I would say
Success
that
and failure.
the secret behind it.
But this book is on Amazon Prime or Amazon, because a lot of book now I read a lot of my book now on Amazon. Don't buy a book. So if I will chase for it, success and failure. So I will chase for it. If I see it, then it will be good to see what in that book. No.
Success is reason.
I've managed to make it in Africa,
Yeah.
where everyone believes conditions are very poor. That means I have managed to reason out a difficult situation in Africa. Maybe if I was in America, I would be the richest man today, because I would apply my reasoning capacity within the prevailing circumstances then. Here in Africa, all systems are down. In America, systems are up. Someone can wake up and become rich from something as small as, you know, people liking something very funny.
Exactly.
You put something up, people like it, and you're up because the marketing strategy is there. People have access to information. You know,
The book is
the
written.
systems
Yeah.
present for someone to make it already. But here in Africa, we are still in manual, analog. Everything there is fast.
That's smart.
You don't think that is the reason why so many Africans cannot break through that system?
But for us to make it as a continent, it shouldn't be limited to just individuals, like we said. But reasoning must be evident within all our structures and systems, including our governments.
If you had the chance to change one thing in Africa, what will it be?
Our reasoning capacity.
Wow.
The reasoning capacity of Africans. Reason, and you see, reasoning is simple.
So if you say what is the reasoning capacity, what does really mean? Because if he does that really mean that the mindset or what? Or you need to reason good. I don't know how to define that word, but what does someone mean, bro? If you can comment down below, what you really mean the reasoning capacity? Because I think I want to share some internet what. Well, I'll continue. After watch this something, I will redo little bit research on that thing when you say it right now.
Simply being open-minded is an element of reason. Open-minded. The ability to take in information. When someone is talking to you, that ability to take in information.
Okay, I understand now when you say it now. I understand when you say it. So if you say you need to have open mind to learn things. So that's why I say reasoning capacity. I think that's why it's good idea too, but you know, Africa is not easy place to learn from, bro. I promise you, Africa is not easy place to learn from. Because Africa, they have people that like really hustle, bro. If I say hustle, really hustle, bro. They in the morning to in the evening, bro. Their whole life they are hustling, bro. But to make it, it's the problem. Someone did not get good contact and someone did not get good information. So the thing when you say it makes sense. It makes sense if you say reasoning capacity. But me, I think also the mindset also. a lot of time you need to change your mindset, how you think about things. But also that's reasoning capacity. I think it's good because you need to reason good. Also, you need to have good reason why do we doing this thing that you really doing. So, after this video, I will do a little bit of research on things. Again, I will learn most about reason, what people should reason for, and why you need to change your mindset. So I will learn about that a little bit and see, man. But I think it makes sense, but in your own right, bro, because everybody have their own right. So this is one of the reasons too. So I'll continue.
Analyze it before you can act. That is an element of reason. Believing in yourself, that is an element of reason. Being patient yet consistent with what you want, that is an element of reason. Never giving up once you fall, that is an element of reason.
Okay,
Taking
I understand
personal
it.
responsibility.
I understand it.
And you see,
I understand what you say now.
I owe myself the responsibility to make myself better and the society where I live. That is an element of reason. You don't wait for anyone to come and carry you forward. You don't blame government for your failure.
Okay. Reason have a lot of meaning, but guys, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give fake information about this thing. When you say it, I think I need to do more research. If you want to see part 2 of this video where I will just sit and talk about the thing, some of the thing, and you talk, you can comment down below, bro, so I can do a little bit of research and also share some light on all the things, some of the things that you're saying. But Africa is not an easy place to learn from. Because you have a lot of steps to follow, bro. Sometimes you can follow all that step, you can have good reason to do some things, but sometimes you just can't do it. Just can't work. Because they have people that are just waiting to you to win so they can bring it down. Especially the government, bro. The government is one of our people too. Because if you not pay some police people or some of the security people, they will want do anything to make you fail, bro. Because they don't want all this stupid money from you. They don't want to take some money from you. So the thing what you say is very, very big topic that he's speaking about. But the guy is the billionaire, so you got to listen to him, what he's saying. So I think it makes sense. You got to listen to him because you get billionaire in Africa, not outside of Africa. So I think have reason why he's saying this thing. So you got to believe the reason and also trust what he's saying, and maybe change some of your thought change some of your thinking, bro. Some of your thinking. So let's continue to watch.
Don't blame your parents for failures. You simply adjust to the fact that look, if I have anyone in the world, I have me. Then how do I better my life? That alone is an element of reason. So success or failure are a mere reflection of our reasoning capacity. So if we could attack the African mind towards reason, I think that's the best thing that can ever happen to Africa.
In Africa, funding a project is...
I know I stopped in the video a lot, but the thing what the guy is saying is very I think everything is truth, but the mindset also African need to change, bro. The mindset, bro. Maybe that's some of the reason too, bro. You see how the topic going. If I say I won't stop this video, all the things that you're saying, the video will be very, very long. Again, some of y'all will not get time, some of y'all will skip the video. But I think the topic is very, very big. This is one of the reasons I should do part 2 on the video, but I will see the result of the video, the view of the video, and the comments of the video. If the video get most view and more comment, then I'll read some of the comment, then I'll do some research, then I'll do part 2 of this video. I think the thing what you say is very, very big topic.
Nicht nur für FBA-Anfänger, sondern auch für gestandene und erfahrene Händler genau das Richtige.
But you gotta trust the guy. The way you say because the guy is the billionaire.
Successful man in Ghana, and then he told me that he actually got the money from his friends.
How I made my money, I'll tell you this story. Because I was on the street for some time.
Yeah.
It toughened me up, right? So just imagine you being on the street for some time with guys, you. and then getting a formal employment. That's easier.
Easy.
Because I have friends now.
Yeah.
So in the morning, oh Charlie, you brought kenke, I'll come and eat. So when I joined the Valco, we made susu, and I think susu that you made, you take all the money this month is for you, all 100%, right? The next month is for this person. And next month
Okay.
I was the last person to take it.
If you're in Africa, you know what is susu. Susu is like things that everybody put money together every month or every week like that. Some people do it per week, some people do it per month, some people do it like every month. A lot of people do it every month. This month y'all put money together, y'all give it to this person. The next month again, y'all everybody, if like 7 person or 8 person, the 8 person don't see like everybody need to put 100 together. Then that's what will be, that 8 person will be 800. So 800, the 800 I will give it to one person for this month. The next month, everybody put 100 together again and give it to one person. If you live in the West, but if you live in Africa, you already know what is susu, bro. So that is one of the good things too in Africa though. Somebody enjoy me not paying tax, so it's very, very good.
So I think about the 7th month, I took also the money. That's how I get the money to be trading. That is the story. And that's the money that I had till today hasn't left me. Not that I had money from a loan from anybody. That's just that I had.
Susu money.
That I had. You know, that's how I've nurtured it from that time to this time. That money has never left my hand.
What was the first money that you received for your first business? The first capital to start your first ever business?
Bro, I don't want to stop this video. If I want to stop this video, I'll be talking a lot.
So I come from a business family. Wow. So it is from that background that I started working with small substantial capital. Not too much capital. Actually, too much money is not capital. Then you can't make it productive. Capital is that little amount of money you insert in a business on a probability of losing it or gaining more, which I call a risk. Then it starts multiplying. The multiply.
Bro, I'll read this guy book. The guy making a lot of good. The guy making a lot of sense. So I trust in what you're saying, but also you gotta do research, bro. You gotta do research for yourself. But I think making a lot of sense
is what translates into actual success and progress and prosperity in the long run. So a constant engine, a constant productive engine is what makes a person wealthy.
Where can we get this book?
In Uganda you can get physical copies, but on the internet you can get it from Amazon.
Amazon.
Both books, Success and Failure.
Thank God, after this video, I will look for this book on Amazon because I already have Amazon Prime, so I read a lot of my book on Amazon Prime. So if it wanted to, I'll pay for it and read the book, bro. Because I think it's making a lot of sense. Well, I actually want to know that other book, Success and Failure. I also want to know about. I also want to read that book and know what the successful things they do and what the failure things they do. So I really look at that book, Success and Failure, and continue to educate myself on life.
And Reason as the world masterpiece. For I believe there is nothing above reason. And if there is anyone who can successfully challenge me on this, please, you are most welcome. I think reason is above everything when it comes to human progress or failure. Reason is the governing factor. Okay, in a layman's language, I would say it all starts and ends in the mind.
You're building a 40-seater, 40,000 capacity stadium.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the city of Kampala.
Yeah.
And when I got there, I saw only black engineers. And I was amazed because I've never seen anything like that before. Because anytime you see any big construction going on, we tend to see either the Chinese or maybe the whites surveying everything.
No, but maybe when you look at the stadium, how many Africans have built a stadium like I've done? Maybe I may be the first or one of the few. What I've done in its totality as building a stadium, it is an illustration to my fellow Ugandans and Africans that look here, Even for massive projects like this one, we can do it ourselves. And I've made sure all the people I employ, all the engineers and everyone on the stadium is totally, absolutely, completely Africans. So
Wow.
I'm trying to show them that look here, we can do it. If I've done it, you too can. You can do it. Let us put our hands together and make sure we build Africa. For it is our obligation as Africans to build Africa. If we don't take that onus or responsibility upon us, that it is our obligation to build Africa, then Africa shall never develop.
When you talk of investment or investor in Africa, it's synonym to a foreigner.
But that is what we are trying to change right now. We are trying to show everyone that look here, yes, we can develop Africa as Africans. This is our identity. This is we are defined by who we are. We are Africans. Africa as us. And we have Africa. So, we leave it for who will develop Africa if we don't take the responsibility upon us to build and develop Africa. We have limited ourselves to mediocrity and for any big project you look at in Africa, it's either done by the West, by the Europeans, by the Chinese. Yet they have the same red blood like we are flowing in our veins. We are humans like them. We can actually even do better than them if we address our minds to reasoning. And for me, I've decided to stop talking about it and illustrate. Maybe talking may not be convincing enough within perimeters of reason that look, it is possible for us to make it. That's why I wrote a book, Success and Failure, based on reason and reality. For reality is what it is, as you see it, not what you want it to be.
How many people have you employed?
Currently, I employ close to 4,600 employees directly under me, and they're all Ugandans.
The stadium itself is living proof that I've done it. Because you see, a stadium is something communal. Me and my family cannot accommodate and utilize the stadium. This is something communal. Success and failure based on reason and reality. It's a realistic fact that this one is present, a realistic fact that it's going to be used by Ugandans, and it is a reasonable fact that it is a communal stadium.
You do charity work?
Yeah.
What kind of charity work do you do?
Depending on the prevailing need and circumstances. Like there was COVID, I came through and gave 500 million to the community to buy drugs for vaccination. So it depends on the prevailing circumstances. We are going for Ramadan. I've already bought a lot of things I'm going to give to different mosques and people communities to handle their fast.
When you hear the name Africa, what comes into your mind?
Africa is blessed with a lot of natural minerals. Africa is blessed with energetic people. You know, Africa is blessed with everything apart from inability for us to reason on how to exploit and explore the prevailing circumstances and available resources to us towards our progress and prosperity as a continent. The only missing factor in Africa is reason. Otherwise, God has blessed us with everything we need for us to make it. It will be unrealistic and unreasonable for any African to blame that we are not blessed by nature, to blame God that we are never blessed by nature, for we are fully blessed. If we can only reason out on how to explore and exploit the prevailing circumstances and resources we hold at hand towards our prosperity as a continent.
You made it in Africa, but an ordinary African is saying that it's not possible to make it in Africa.
But that statement from a reasonable perspective is wrong. How can you say that it is wrong? It is impossible to make it in Africa. Yet the
I actually love this video, bro. I actually love this video. I think the video is very, very interesting, and also it's very, very interesting, bro. Promise you. The video is changing my mindset a little bit, bro. Change my mindset a
that I'm
little
doing.
bit.
It is defeated by reason and reality. You see, that is exactly what I'm fighting. Inability for Africans to believe in themselves. If I can do it, you can do it. What is the difference between me and you? We all have the same time in a day. We have 24 hours. I don't have any different. What do I do different from you that has made me prosper and has kept you in the state you are at? For me, I think it is all about, it's all in the mind. It all starts and ends in the mind.
I have a lot of Africans in the diaspora that watches my videos.
Yeah.
If you have a message,
That's
If you're a
one
trader
of
trying to
us.
pass your challenge and get funded, we will pass it for you in the next 30 days, guaranteed, or you don't pay a single penny.
message to them, what would that message be?
No, Africans go abroad looking for better ways of survival.
Better life or a better success.
They go for a living, which is a fact. But I can give an opinion on what it is in Africa today. Maybe majority have left because of the prevailing circumstances, like our weak education system that has made them believe you can only make it abroad, not in Africa. Like
That's
I
right.
told you, the imported and imposed education.
That's one truth. That's one truth. It can be one of the factors, bro. It's one of the factors that people think that if you come here, you'll be more successful. But yeah, it's more difficult to be successful than in Africa, bro. Africa, if you're smart, you will make it. But Europe here is very, very hard because a lot of people doing 95, bro. Doing 95 in Europe is very, very difficult because you wake up from in the morning to in the evening, bro. If you come home, you're very, very tired to do anything. You just need to relax your body and sleep for the next day again to go to work again. So again, some of the money that you're receiving, the money only there for your survival, bro. The money only there for your survival because I myself are doing the thing, I'm experiencing it, bro. So nobody can tell me that, oh, the money that you own it can solve your whole problem. No, it can solve your problem. It can pay for your house rent and it can also pay for your food to eat. But besides that, to send money set to your family in Africa or to eat the food that you really want is very, very difficult. Sometimes eat food that you really don't want to eat, but you need to eat it because this is the only money that you have in this moment. So I think the thing one you say make a lot of sense. So I actually going to read this guy book. I actually going to read this guy book, Success and Failure. I'm actually going to read it after this video. I'll look for it on Amazon Prime because you see it on Amazon Prime. If you get time to look at it, you can look at it because it's making a lot of sense and giving you a lot of ideas about life. Again, also billionaire in Africa. So you gotta respect the guy. You gotta respect him. So you gotta respect what he's saying. So let's continue.
Systems that we are never drafted realistically to meet the challenges and prepare the African child with the equipment to articulately analyze and understand the challenges at hand and forge corresponding solutions. Maybe one of the biggest problems Africa has is our education system. Because you see, we are born Africans, but it prepares us into modern Western slaves, if I can put it articulately. Whereby by the time someone is leaving university, all they can think of is go and look for better resources abroad. And maybe that's why the majority of people living abroad. So if qualified engineers, qualified doctors, qualified nurses.
Well, Maya, this was a great video, very, very great video. It really makes sense to a lot of youth to watch these videos and get more ideas about yourself and also about life, man. I think it's good to get ideas and also get your mindset also need to change very fast because life is moving on very, very fast. So you need to learn very, very fast. If you don't learn very, very fast, you will lead back of the road. Again, the other people will be running. So I think the video makes sense. I'll actually read this book and look at someone
in Africa. How is Africa going to grow? Maybe we should start believing in ourselves, our origin.
I think most of them are also leaving because the systems in Africa don't really work.
You're
They
an
don't
African.
walk.
Are you an African?
Yes.
So why don't you first believe in the fact that you're an African? Identity is an element of reason. Understanding your identity is an element of reason. Saying I'm by the names of Miss Chugun, I'm by such and such a age, I am a black man and I'm an African, and what can I do to improve my life and the lives of those around me? So, does running away from a problem solve it?
No.
If I'm looking for modernity, I should go look for it elsewhere. Have you solved the problem?
No.
Actually, you've moved to society that you're a foreigner in that particular society. So, and majority when they're counting, you're not even a citizen, you don't even qualify. That is why I decided to do the White House in Uganda. Let us struggle or strive towards achieving our desires in our motherland, instead of struggling and striving so much towards leaving our motherland. I know majority leave because of different living circumstances. I don't want people to get me wrong, but from a reasonable point of view, that is a personal opinion, which may be a fact or not depending on the reasoning capacity of the reader, on the reasoning capacity of the person listening to me. But that is my opinion. Within perimeters of reason, self-identity is very key, and taking personal responsibility is equally key. So, whose responsibility is it to develop African politics forward? Is it for the Westerners, is it for the Europeans, or is it for the Africans? So if all Africans are leaving Africa, whom are they leaving Africa for?
Wow, great video, great video.
To all my fellow Africans and the world at large, to everyone listening to me,
Great video.
my message would be, if you get a chance to get hold of my two books, Success and Failure Based on Reason and Reality, and Reason as the Word Masterpiece, I would advise you to read it. For I'm not trying to tell you how much I've achieved, but how can we kickstart each other's reasoning capacity to make sure we make the world we live in and the African continent a better place.
Okay guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, show some love. The video is almost 1 hour. If I edit this video, it'll be almost 1 hour plus. But man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, show some love. More video will be dropping, man. This video, I think they have the part 2 for it, but I don't think I can do it today. Maybe tomorrow if I have time, I'll do it and upload it. But right now, I'm going to edit this video, put it together and post it on YouTube. If I see this video get more something, but definitely I'll read this guy book, Success and Failure. I'll read it on Amazon Prime. Then if anything, if I do the other part of the videos, maybe I'll look at if it good. Then I'll do reaction on that one tomorrow. Then this is it, man. This is it. I hope you guys enjoy my video. Subscribe to the channel, show some love, man. Comments down below and subscribe to the channel. Let's get it, man. It's your boy Sherry. See you in the next video.